So I think going for more of that DPS kind of sets your draft up that little bit better in this scenario.
Okay, and Bessa locked in. There is a bit of lockdown as well. I mean, you have point select with Ashe and Seraphine in that bottom lane, and Bessa has someone to help her lock down
this dragon and get away with it with little to no cost.
No, you're right. There's really no cost. I mean, as Isma picks this up, pings are going towards the top side. Remember, again, there too.
It's also the level advantage for Jun. He has ultimate, whereas Lospa is still at level 5. So if Razor commits, it could go so bad.
Arrow, and there we go. Send down the beat. It's a double drop, but Razor gets blown up. Crescent Guard out, first blood down, and GiantX, extra shield. Doesn't matter. The point is, you've got more utility. Flash in, Lospa says no. Gets the flash out. Pantheon Op comes through, but under Dara Razor, maybe a bit too far. He flashes. And
the TP behind.
For target. You're right, the TP from Jackie's. He's got a world to shed, to share, and onto Lost for an upset. Right stuck in the middle, the burst out. Razork found out. He has to kite back, but he's still a dead man walking. A double over to Jackie's. Now upset, wants to take it with lethal tempo. A mystic shot there, but he needs a little bit more. Jackie.
It was way too far forward. You just don't have the damage that you need to try and make it happen, especially when Razork is the one tanking, because he needs to try and get out of there. And Jackie's good TP, sure he loses a little bit mid, but bot side.
The arrow comes through. Yeah, upset is going to take another turret shot, but you can see Jun's on the way in. Jun's on the way in with no ulti, but he still has flash available. He doubles down, he autos, he gets lost, but now on to upset.
There's no real wave to now make a play on that top side. Unless Lot overextends, it looks like they're just going to go for the blue buff instead.
I mean, he's just covering it. He's going to get information. Blue did go to Empress. So, yeah, I mean, that's
that overall. Now, Isma going to try and steal away this red buff as well, but Imperios is behind them.
It is a good flank with the Mega Blast Cone being used. Remember, the Smite was burnt before, but there's another one up for Razork. Isma right in the middle. Crescent Guard comes out. He turns around. Decimating Smash avoided instead. Razork smacked down. Perfect execution. The arrow might miss, but GiantX
don't have the damage to burst out anyone, especially when it's a Scion. And, oh, hang on, bot lane.
Okay, the setup's there. Finally, the dive is not going to be near a turret. No one's caught out, and there's an Ashe with nothing in the pocket. He's dead. Vladdy gets himself on the board of Fnatic. Finally, get a bit more of a positive here in this game.
Yeah, I think for Fnatic, it's all in on bottom side. Hope that we can make some sort of plays happen, especially, as you say, with those summoner spells down. But Jun looks for Vladdy.
Again, gets the beat down, and Jackie comes in. There's going to be good burst here with a bit of electrocute. That finally comes out. The pullback is nice onto Vladdy for the next rotation. There could be kill threat here, but Lospa starts zoning away. Smite down as Razork needs to get out of the way. But Isma back on this blue buff at the timer, looking for the invade.
There's a couple seconds left on that Ashe arrow. See if they can slow us.
Isma flashes away out of the gravity field. It's a perfect Seraphine ult as well from Jun. Backs up against the wall. Lospa gets out, and so does the rest of Fnatic, but Empress gets hit by the arrow. That stops the play as Lot comes in and just takes down all the squishy members. True Shot Barrage hits Jackie's, but GiantX have the health bars to keep on going. His public execution in the back line. Lot gets a triple. Empress is tanky enough to survive this onslaught, but for how much longer? He'll run to the turret to the safety, but Fnatic are getting schooled, and GiantX are showing you why they are out in this game, because Jordan, even last split, was a big part of the reason why GiantX found its success. And I think it was Jackie's, even in the intro, was like, you know, I don't know how we got to this point. I don't know how we got to the top 4. He was kind of criticizing himself, saying from jungle.
I do think one of the things Fnatic has done well, though, is getting deep vision to spot out where potential plays could be.
But
Loss
does get out, but that means the Scion ult is just going to go to the side. Emperor's trying to cut him off. Lot has 4 members on him, but mid might be open for this. Lot, if he gets out, it's a disaster. So Fnatic need to get the kill and get out, but a barrel to Herald on the way is not
getting something on a cross map for Fnatic. And it does help a little bit, but 3 dragons now to GiantX means you are forced to fight this next one.
Yes, that's a long play, isn't it? You're thinking like, well, not going down is nice, but when, even if it's a Chemtech Soul, the dragon setup for GiantX makes this game so much easier. Now, having said that, Fnatic going to get them some gold from the
top side instead of taking mid lane turret. Lot now is going to be able to get that top tier one, but the TP has already come in. They're looking for the fight.
I mean, Razork stepped on up. Crescent Guard comes through. Isma doesn't care, standing into 5 people. The rest of Fnatic pile up for the time being. Isma kind of into that one. Lot's now joined in as Emperor's got the shutdown from the play, but Isma went in a bit early. Lot wasn't there yet, and GiantX mismatched here in the mid game for the mid play. Dragon's up in 10 seconds, and GiantX don't have a smite.
it didn't look like it was communicated that Empress was missing from top side, but Jackie's.
Between worlds, it's a big play onto Vlad. He almost kills him in one shot. Close to getting it as Lot jumps in under the turret as well. 3 members, flashes in. Lot, psychopathic play. He gets rooted down under the turret though, and he will die. Empress, meanwhile, doing exactly what Isma did and going in by himself. He gets away with the flash and only manages to survive. That part was true.
I do think, like, I don't think the communication happened that Imperos was missing from top. Because basically Fnatic said, we will give top tower, TP in with Zion, and try and start the fight off quickly.
Yep.
Before...
Regardless, less than a minute as Empress pulls the button. Noah running for his life against the turret wall. He's getting it smacked. Good damage, but Empress doesn't have the backup. He pulled this ulti off a bit early. The encore sent in. Get away from it, says Upset, but the rest of Fnatic is still caught by a toe. As Jackie sends in the ulti. Bursts again!
Oh my god.
Look at Lospa running for his life. A shield only to save it by a narrow margin, but from the side, from the wing, it's Lot. GiantX under turret, Dagda. They care not.
Jackie's does so much damage in that fight. Blows through 3 health bars and sets up GiantX to take what feels like game number 1 here. Maybe the cooldown or the respawn timers are a bit fast, but this would be a close GiantX. I think they could end.
I mean, this was just beautiful stuff. There was a couple of plays to GiantX, but really, this game has been dictated by them from the very start. Fnatic, they're going to get pushed back. They're going to sit in their graves, wonder where it went wrong as the arrow holds them fast. GiantX in the first game of the LEC 2026 spring are hitting off with a bang in this best of 3 as we go to a short.